Hello and welcome to Senior Connections. My name is Mike McCracken and I'll be your host today. If you're a regular viewer of Senior Connections, you'll probably notice something different about today's show. First of all, I'm standing. Most of the time I'm sitting behind a table. I do have legs and I'm going to try to use them today. But also we're outdoors. We're on location. It's a beautiful day here in Missoula. Spring has sprung. The sky's blue, the weather's warm, there's a few fluffy clouds in the sky. It's a gorgeous day to get out on location, so that's what we're doing today. We are at the new site of Missoula Aging Services. For those of you who may have gone to Missoula Aging Services a few months ago, you might remember their location on Front Street. Difficult parking, metered parking at best, difficult access, very small facility. They have now moved. They are now at 337 Stevens, and it's a wonderful location. It's a much bigger facility. It's all been completely renovated inside. It's absolutely gorgeous. Some of the things I want to talk about before I go inside is this place has superb parking. There's parking on both sides of the building, and there's also, it's right on the bus route number 7, by the way, if you're looking for getting here on the bus. That's the way I came today. So it's a great place to come to. It's very easy access, and it's a marvelous facility. And in a few moments, we're going to go inside and get a tour from the new Missoula Aging Services facility. So let's go inside. Why don't you join me? I do want to show you this neat little trick. We have handicap access here in the facility, so I'm going to push the button, watch the door swing open, and why don't you join me inside Missoula Aging Services. Well, welcome to the inside of Missoula Aging Services. I'm here with Deborah Franson, who is the Director of Development for Missoula Aging Services. Thank you for inviting us here today.
Oh, it's our pleasure. We're thrilled to have you here, and we hope that as many people as possible can come by and see our new facility.
Well, great.
And as you know, you were here a few months ago. This place has gone through a radical transformation.
When I was here last time, all I saw was steel studs, lots of dust, lots of dirt. Ceilings weren't in, nothing was in. I was so amazed you were having a ribbon cutting ceremony the way it looked. But you had a really good public response. We had a nice day with it, and it looks gorgeous today.
Well, thank you. That really was launching our capital campaign, in which we were beginning the process to raise the money to pay for the renovation of this building. What you didn't see beforehand, before the ribbon cutting, was this building had to be almost completely gutted before we got to the point that you saw, and now we've done the renovations, and we're still doing some touch-up, and we do have some more work to do on the building, but we're thrilled to be in here because we're paying a fixed-rate mortgage instead of rent. We all have windows, and we're just thrilled to be here.
Yeah, what was the building before you were able to acquire it?
It was River House, and before that it was the Assembly of God Church. So there's aspects of this building that are slightly not religious, but we'll just say spiritual.
I see. So we'll have that proper mood as we move throughout the facility.
Reverent.
But the facility, the building's got a lot of history here in Missoula. I was talking to some people in town about what I was going to be doing today, and they were going, "Oh yeah, that was the church," and then that was something else after that. So people who've been here for a while know where the facility is.
Right, and we're very fortunate because in buying this building, we were able to stay in the urban core of Missoula, centrally located, right on a bus line, right on a main street, yet we're not having to pay the expensive downtown expenses we were, and we didn't have to build way on the outskirts of town, which was the only place we could have afforded any land. So this has been the perfect meeting of a fine old facility that was getting a little in disrepair. We're bringing it back. We're now very happy to be members of this neighborhood, and again being able to grow to meet the needs of Missoula's seniors.
Yeah, and it's a recycling as its best.
Exactly.
Rather than maybe go through the process of a brand new building and take up some more land, it's a good use of an older facility, and it's going to breathe life into it, and another group of people are going to be able to enjoy it.
And it's fundamentally a very well-made building.
Yes.
That's what we're happy about, is that it's very solid. Now, it was probably designed by committee in that it is a split-level building, and we had to get an elevator that stopped on 5 levels, front and back, but it is now entirely wheelchair accessible. In fact, as you came in the front door, that door was bought for us in a joint project between the Gillespie Foundation and the Missoula Community Foundation. Celebrate Missoula paid for that door. So I like to give credit where credit's due.
Absolutely, that's great. Well, I was very impressed by the access and the ease to get here. I came by bus, and I wanted to test out the system, and it dropped me off right in front.
Good old number 7.
Good old 7 bus gets here with no problem, and It's real easy to find. It's right about where Stevens turns into Orange, and for those people who are trying to figure out where it is, so it's a
And
great location.
They've just done this new project on the street with the boulevards, and I think it's just a lovely location, and it's a nice neighborhood, really nice people.
Yes, so that's great. Well, I'm here to sort of get a tour of the facility,
Okay.
get a sense. I'll let you decide what we're going to see.
And what we're not gonna see.
We're not going to see. That's true too. Some of the people I've been doing interviews with a lot of people at Missoula Aging Services. When they saw me here, they'd, oh my gosh, I've got to clean up my desk. I've got to do something. So we're going to catch them cold and.
These people are busy working, and their desks look like it.
Okay.
So let's start on the tour. Let's go on up the stairs,
Okay.
and off we go.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Okay, we've come upstairs. Again, great changes from the last time I was up here. You actually addressed the crowd from this area right up in here. It looks beautiful. Now, where are we right now in the facility?
We are in the Resource Center, which was paid for by Mrs. Florence Bakke, a lovely woman. What this area permits us to do is have on display all the different pamphlets, booklets, sheets of paper that people are welcome to come in, read, take with them information on all aspects of the aging process. This is the stuff that's free to the public. If at any time someone comes, a volunteer can also help show them what's available. We have all of our own program literature, but we also have references to a lot of the different services available in Missoula and just general information. It's a pretty sunny room, and you can the first to say it used to be a pretty dingy,
That's right.
miserable
It was.
room, and we're thrilled to have this space available. It's a place where we can meet people and give them the information that they need. Around the corner where we'll go next is I'll show you the other aspects of the Resource Center, which is the room in which we have things that we check out to people. It's not available to the public, but staff can check out videos, books, all sorts of things on every single aspect of the aging process
Okay.
you could think of. We also have a computer room.
We'll get there in just a few moments.
Good.
But this is an area that somebody could come up to and just browse a little bit. I'm looking for
Absolutely.
information. Maybe I'm new to the area, or I have maybe parents who are getting to that age and I need to
Exactly.
find some services. And I could come up here and just spend some time looking through brochures and pamphlets and start developing the questions I'll eventually
Right.
need to ask your
Right.
staff.
And then you can set up an appointment with us to meet with one of our senior helpline individuals who could help find out what really you need and what sort of resources we have. We have on our system called IRIS, which is our resource-based, 600 different services
That's
available, references, referrals, things like that that people can use.
That's great. That's great. Well, I had an opportunity to come up here before I met you this morning, and I looked around, and there's a lot of information in here, and
Yeah.
I'm going to probably walk away with half of it in my pocket. But
Good.
that's
Good. We're glad
I'm
to
getting
hear
to
that.
that age too, where I need to start thinking about those
Well,
things. So
What's
this is important.
What's important for people to know when they're facing this themselves or with their parents or a relative or a neighbor is you don't have to go through this by yourself.
Certainly.
There are lots of people, there's lots of agencies out there available to help, and we're very committed to making this process work. And we have a lot of experience, we have a lot of ideas, and I hope people don't feel isolated and scared and think, oh my gosh, what am I going to do next? You don't have to feel that way.
Yeah, and I can tell you, coming in here, this is a much more user-friendly environment than your old facility was.
man.
You used to come into
Yes.
that little tiny
Yes.
lobby area, and it was, you had a lot of the information right out there displayed, but we didn't feel comfortable sitting and
No.
enjoying it. And now you can move up to a different level, and people can sit up here and read a pamphlet without feeling like they're right in the middle of
Really.
things.
And they're not also worrying that they're getting a parking ticket at
There
the
you go,
same
too.
time, because we
There you go,
have
too.
ample parking here. So I think we are more user-friendly. We're certainly more accessible to everybody who might have a disability. And we are going to have also in the future computers that are specially oriented towards people with some disabilities, so people should check with us about
Yes,
that too.
that's great. That's great. Well, let's move out of here. Let's wander down some of the hallways and see what we have going down here. Okay, we are obviously in some sort of a computer resources center. I'm judging by the computers I see sitting around here. So tell us what you have here, Deborah.
This is our computer resource room, and individuals who have questions about the aging process can come here. For example, we have a booklet here called Resource Directory for Older People. So for people who don't have internet access at home or don't really feel comfortable using the internet or would like some guidance, they can come in here and look up almost every aspect of the aging process and find out what's going on. What's nice about this is, let's say, for example, I live here, but my parents lived in Fort Lauderdale. That going on the internet, I might be able to find out what similar types of services are available there for my parents as there are in Missoula. And also our staff here can help hook you up with similar agencies
Sure.
if you wish. So The internet is an exciting place, but it can be a little scary for people who've never been on it before, but it is a wealth of information. And what's nice about it is it's extremely current. We can go to the library and get research, but sometimes the books are a little out
Sure.
of date. You don't have the latest thought. On the internet, you'll have the latest stuff.
Right.
And also maybe we can help people sift through what's legitimate information. And as we know on the internet, there's some kind of goofy information too.
Okay. And you don't really have to be that computer literate. There are staff
No.
people who can help you do that.
Absolutely, there
That's
are.
great.
And we're going to also have senior volunteers here as we all get more expert in this.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Deborah, for showing us this great resource. It's something I think everybody can use. I certainly encourage anybody who has any questions about finding things on the net to come in and talk to you about the Resource Center and what they can do here. And as I said earlier, people who not only are seniors but who have family members who are seniors and are concerned about some of the programs they're going to be coming up need to come in here and talk to. And of course, you don't have to be that computer literate to use the facility.
No, absolutely not. We'll be happy to help.
Okay.
All right.
Great. Let's go move on and find some other things to look at in the facility.
Okay,
Thank
let's
you.
go.
Okay, we're obviously in some sort of a library, it looks like. You mentioned the materials that can be checked out. Is that what this facility is?
Yes, this is some more stuff that was out front, some backup stuff, but also we have things that can be checked out. For example, right here, I just grabbed this and I'm thinking I'll borrow it myself. This is the home modification scrapbook from AARP. This is a guide if you want to do some work on your house to just make it more accessible. They have some drawings in here as to how to do that. I'd always sort of wondered, how do you, for example, how do you put in a smoke detector? How do you put in a bath or a shower seat? What are some things that can, widening halls and doorways that can help people stay in their home with some simple home modification? This is something you should probably take
There
with
you
you.
go.
Choosing long-term care. This is for Medicare and Medicaid, and this is a guide for people who have Medicare as to the different types of long-term care. As you can see here, we have all sorts of information that anyone can borrow, from Alzheimer's disease, arthritis, depression, diabetes, fitness, everything that people might be interested. They can come on in and they're welcome to either take with them or borrow as appropriate.
Yeah. So these are some of these things. You have limited amounts, limited
Yes.
copies of them,
Right,
so you
right.
have to check them out. And but it's all available if you
Yes.
have questions that go beyond the handout information up there, and you want some more detail. You talk to a staff person and get access to this facility.
Right, and a staff member's happy to help someone find just the right information. If it's not here, it's probably on the internet.
Well, that's great. That's great. Well, it's a little tight in here. I had to sort of squeeze to get in. I'm going to squeeze to get back out again, but let's go look at some other part of the facility. Thank you. All right, we're in a nice big open area. I remember this area from when I was here during the ribbon cutting ceremony. It didn't look anywhere like this, but it's gorgeous. There's lots of open air and space here. What's this area we're in right immediately?
Well, this is the former sanctuary of the church, so we have a large open two-story area. On the outside, we have the individual offices for the different programs. Each manager of a program has their own office where they can meet with people privately and talk about things. Everybody's got a window, which is a huge breakthrough for us, thrilling for all of us. Out here, we have different open offices. They're available for volunteers who work with us on different programs. We also have work-study students, interns, practicum students from the university, so they have a place to work too. So we can have a lot of people here helping us out with different aspects. We usually RSVP volunteers also help us if we're doing a mailing. They do data entry for us. Unbelievable resource for us. So our RSVP volunteers, the 500 that are associated with Aging Services, not only work all over the community, they also help us make our programs happen. They're Meals on Wheels drivers and all sorts of different things they do for us. So upstairs is an area which has the only office up there now is Radio Reading Service, Western Montana Radio Reading Service, which, as you know, is another nonprofit which reads during the day magazines and newspapers over a special radio for the sight impaired.
Sure.
And they needed office space. We saw it as a natural connection because most of their readers are our RSVP volunteers. So we are thrilled to have them right upstairs. They're broadcasting from here, and they're great neighbors, and we're looking forward to having other nonprofits in the building with us. Right now, we have more space than we need, which is thrilling.
Yes.
What we also know is that the senior population in Missoula is growing at an astonishing rate, faster than any other group. So what we have now is space that we can rent that can generate revenue for us now, and in the future that space will be available when our programs have to grow to meet the needs. So unlike some places I've worked where we maybe are lucky to think 3, 4, 5 years down the road, Missoula Aging Services is thinking 10, 20,
Sure.
30 years down the road for when I'm, and we know that's a long ways away. When I'm a senior, we'll be here, we'll be ready, and we'll be offering services too.
Certainly.
So Missoula has a large senior population, not just because the regular senior population is growing, but there's a large in-migration of seniors
Sure.
who move to Missoula. Their kids may live here. They know that there's good medical services
that's a key.
available, good social services available, cultural events,
Yeah.
sporting events. This is a nice place to live when you're a senior, and we are ready
Yeah.
for them.
Yeah, this Missoula area is becoming a real center for people who need work in their hearts and those kinds of things.
Sure.
And a lot of people are coming into the area or coming close to it anyway, so they have access to it.
Right.
And they're going to be part of that group that needs some services.
Very often when a hospital is putting together a discharge plan and trying to figure out what is going to be available for this person who, when they leave the hospital, when they leave the nursing home or the rehab center, we're one of the first people they call to make certain that different services are being brought into play, a care plan is being put together, so that this person, after they leave, is safe, comfortable, well taken
Sure.
care of, and someone's checking up on
Sure.
them.
That's a very, very important. Well, it's a gorgeous facility. I see you have a little bit of finishing work to do up topside as you get some
Right.
more people move in and
Well-
start taking over some of those areas. And
Well, actually, the project is in 2 phases. The
Okay.
first phase, which is nearly done, was what got us into the building. It was what we had to do to get here, because we did not want to pay a mortgage and rent
There
at the
you
same
go.
time
Sure.
for a long period. Our lease was done at the end of February, so we're in here. There still is actually quite a bit we need to do with the building, but my job is to fundraise, raise the money to do it. We do need to put a new roof on. We do not have air conditioning, and this summer that may get a little warm. We do need to put in some more furnaces. We need to put in some more energy-efficient windows. And also, we want to put an outside surface on the building, which is an EIFS system, energy insulation, something, something. Anyhow, it'll serve 2 purposes. It will make the building more energy efficient. It will also make it more attractive.
There you go.
So it'll be kind of a stucco-like surface, and we have to do some work on the sewer and some other things. You know, when you move into an older building, you do get the joys of a good, solid building, but with it comes some kind of funky plumbing and
yeah, I mean,
electricity.
it was built in a different era and a different
Right.
time and
And-
different regulations and rules. And
Our basement has not been developed yet, but we're hoping we'll be able to rent that to a nonprofit in the future, one that we can work with, that needs good, inexpensive rental space.
Sure.
And I think the neighborhood is thrilled to have us here.
Yes, that's great. That's great. Well, it's such a nice facility, and I said you've done wonders up to this point, and
Yeah.
I can only see wonderful things happening in the near future.
Yeah.
So-
We were talking about a running track. We've had some kind
Well,
of
it's
wild
it's
ideas.
sort of a natural for that. I can look around here. We'll show you that a little bit later.
Maybe
but
we'll
it's
have everybody up on exercise bikes up there or
That'd be
something
good
like
too.
that.
That'd be good too. And
Okay.
just, don't know if that's going to work all that well with the seniors, but certainly the staff could use it.
I'll
don't
tell
know.
you what, seniors can be a very active group. When you look at our senior volunteers, they're in better shape than I am.
There you
Yep.
go. All right.
Okay.
All right. We got someplace else we want to move to now?
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
Let's do that then.
Now we're up on what I call the mezzanine. As we look down here, you can see right where we just were was right down there. Straight below us is our copying room and mailboxes and information. To our left over here, we have the care manager. She's a social worker who helps set up care management programs. Behind those 2 offices, we have the 2 senior helpline, and they're also ombudsmen. Ombudsmen are individuals who advocate for people who are in long-term care if there's some type of a problem between the care agency and the individual. Further down, we have Meals on Wheels, Senior Diner Club, and the other senior nutrition programs. On the right-hand side, around the other side, we have the Volunteer Missoula Senior Service Corps. That's Retired Senior Volunteer Program. Those are the 500 volunteers that work in about 100 different agencies around the community, helping out in different ways. And we have the Foster Grandparent Program and Senior Companion, which are seniors who work 20 hours a week, either in schools, daycares, or helping other seniors who are more homebound. So that's all coordinated over here. We also have a program we're doing with the Missoula Demonstration Project that's a joint grant, as I understand it, around caring circles. And those are the people who come together and help a family when someone in the family is dying. So we've got a lot going on in this building. Now, when you look down there, you say to yourself, I don't see anybody. That's because they're either in their offices or very often during the day, they're out and doing things. They are visiting volunteer sites, they are doing home visits, they are helping deliver meals. So when we're all here, this place is really hopping. And but trust me, even though you don't see people running around right now, they're out doing the good work.
Yeah, but the way you've got it laid out here is that people can be in their offices and having conversations and being on the phone. And I don't expect it gets terribly noisy in here at all.
No, you can have quite a bit of privacy if you need it just by shutting your door. And every one of these offices, except for the last one there on the right, have windows, and they are very, very nice offices. We were in the previous facility, we were, nearly sitting on each other's laps. We have the room to meet with people, we have the room to do our work, and as you can see from up here, we have the room to grow. These are ready to be offices someday. They have the electricity necessary, they are ready to just be framed in and be offices for us when we need it.
Yeah, so this is another stage in the process.
This is another stage in the process. We have grants written to get these offices put in, so we all just keep our fingers crossed that that grant money comes in. Now, where you see that door right over there, that's the radio reading service, and we're not going to go in there because they're reading. That space is soundproofed, and they have volunteers in there who are reading area newspapers, area magazines, national magazines, for people who are, as I said, sight impaired, but also people who can't read because maybe they can't use their hands. It's a wonderful service, and anyone who needs access to that should call the Western Montana Radio Reading Service, and those special radios can be delivered free of charge.
Oh, that's outstanding. So great facility, lots of room for expansion, lots of room for other organizations to get involved with you.
Yes.
I'm just so impressed by what I see and so impressed by the work you folks do.
The good news is that while we have 3 times the floor space we did in our previous location, when you add together our mortgage and other related costs, we're paying less per month than we were there for 3 times the space.
Yeah, so.
We have decreased our per square foot cost by a factor of 2.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. All right. Well, right behind me, I don't know if you can see it, but right behind me is an elevator.
Let's go.
And we're going to try the elevator here, so why don't we walk over there and see if it works.
The wonderful thing about this elevator is that it is completely accessible, and it is a community development block grant paid for it, so we're very grateful to the city of Missoula for this elevator.
Well, this is outstanding, and again, it's totally handicap accessible with the elevators everywhere.
It is.
We're going to take it for a test ride.
It also means we don't have to carry furniture up and down stairs.
Oh, that's good, too.
Come on in.
It's large enough for a wheelchair?
Oh, yeah.
Wonderful. All right.
As you can see, we have doors on the right and the left, so even though this is a split-level building, every floor is available through this elevator. Again, big thanks to the city of Missoula. We're going to go down a half a level to what's called 2 North.
How do you go down half a level?
It's a split level. You just go down like that. We're going to go out this door now. We're going to go out a different door than we came in.
All right.
And come to the administration office there.
Okay, I'm sort of lost right now. I'm not sure where we are. We got on an elevator, came in one door, came out the other side. I'm not sure what sort of stepped through the looking glass, but we're in a different part of the building. Where are we?
We're toying with you. You're actually nowhere at all. What you're on is the administrative offices, which are just 1 floor up from the front door.
Okay.
And so what we have here is our executive director's office is back here, our director of programs, my office is right here, and we have director of operations and controller and account assistant right down here. So we're all here together. This is the part of the building where we didn't do a lot of remodeling. This is actually just a coat of paint and a little carpet here. But if this is my office right here, I can't say again how happy I am to have a window.
Yeah.
And
But you were able to put the administrative people together. They
yes.
don't necessarily have to be involved with the client base. The
Right,
clients
right.
can move around and
Exactly.
deal with people they have to deal with, and you can get your work done as well.
Right, right. And what we also have here is a new computer server where all of our offices are linked together, so we're able to communicate very well with one another, and the quality of work here. I've worked at a lot of different nonprofits, and I must say that I'm very impressed with the quality of work that happens here and the commitment to the mission.
Well, sure, absolutely. I've been very impressed the months I've been working with Missoula Aging Services with the MCAT and hearing the different programs and hearing the enthusiasm that
Yeah.
the people are involved in. It's a great deal.
It's good work, and I think that we do it for many of us do it for many reasons, but we all know that aging is a growth industry.
That's right.
And that we see ourselves as absolutely part of the solution in making certain that people's older years are as wonderful as they should be.
Well, you guys are doing a great job from my perspective, and I know you'll continue doing that. All right.
We have one more place to go.
One more place to go. All right, let's take off and do
Come
that.
with me.
All right, we've moved into a rather large building, big conference table. Is this a conference room by any means?
You are obviously a trained observer.
Yes, indeed.
We're really thrilled to have this conference room because we can have board meetings here on site. We can have full staff meetings, which we weren't able to do in our previous location. We had to leave to all get together in the same room. And we can have different committees, community groups, whatever, meet here. We're hoping that down the road, when we finish up with our remodel, that this space will be available for neighborhood groups to meet into. So we're very happy to have this room. We can configure it in many different ways, and there's going to be a little kind of kitchenette down there. So we can do really exciting things with this space, and there's a door just right out the back there and right to parking. And then there's only one last place that I want to take you to, the exciting supplement room.
I'm not sure I really want to go there. If it
Yeah.
doesn't, it sounds kind of strange, and it sounds like I may have to go through some procedure once I'm in there. But
Yeah,
Well-
but we're trained professionals.
okay, well that's
All right.
no problem. This is a very nice room. I like the outside
Yeah.
access. You could
Yeah.
you could literally make this room available to an outside organization and have them
We
come in
can.
at that point without interfering with the rest of the operation,
Right.
or even after hours.
Right, we'll be able to do that fairly soon. We'll let people know. We just have to make sure we can secure the rest of the building when we do
Certainly,
that. But there's always groups needing meeting space, and we will have this available soon.
Okay, all
All
right.
right.
Well, very good. Well, let's move on to this supplemental room.
Just
Supplement?
Supplement room.
Supplement room. I think I know what supplement means, and it's beginning to scare me, but we'll see what it's all about.
Let's go.
All right. All right, we've moved into the supplement room, and I'm beginning to understand what you're talking about. What do you have in your hand there?
These are complete balanced nutritional supplements for individuals who have a prescription from their physician who are seniors. We are happy to provide these at a very affordable cost.
Mm-hmm.
And we have found that this is an area of real demand in the community. So we now have our own little room here for our supplements, and we get them delivered right here to the back door so we don't have them schlepping in through the building and
Okay.
all that. And I might add, it comes in many lovely flavors.
It does, and I don't have any experience with this at all, but I'm sure I'm going to get there
Right.
someday.
I know. Well, this has really made the difference for a lot of people who
Certainly.
have been unable to meet their nutritional needs for various health problems, and we're really happy to provide this service.
So when you talk about Missoula Aging Services, you're covering the entire gamut. You've got
Yes.
information, you've got
Yes.
referral services, you've got people who are helping them, and they can come in here and get a meal if they have to.
Right. They can get meals brought to their home if they need to.
Certainly, for Meals on Wheels.
And if they want to volunteer, we have a lot of exciting volunteer opportunities. And so for any senior who has any need whatsoever, I hope they'll give us a call.
Well, I'm sure they will after seeing this program.
Right. And maybe we can print the name and the phone number
Oh,
right at the
certainly, we can
bottom
do
below
that.
us,
We
right
can do
there.
it. It's 728-7682. 728-7682. I've said that 100 times so far. 728, read it right here on the screen. It'll be right there, and we'll have it for people to call.
I've really enjoyed this. Thank you very much. We will be having an open house in May. People keep an eye out for it. It's the 16th from
16th of May.
4 to 6 p.m. on a Thursday. We
Okay.
will be publicizing it all over the community. We'll have tours, we'll have presentations, and we look forward to the community coming and seeing what we're all about.
But people don't have to wait for them to come in and talk to you and start accessing the services.
If they have any need whatsoever, give us a ring, and we'd be happy to meet with
Yeah,
them.
absolutely. We shot a picture of the sign that you have out front that talks
Yeah.
about your opening hours and things like that. So just because, don't wait for the open house. If you need to come in and talk to some folks at Missoula Aging Services, you have questions, you want to get in to access the information upstairs, you want to talk to them about this, you want to talk to them about any aspect of being a volunteer, participating in some of the programs, come and see them now. That's what they're here for. And lovely people. Thank you very much, Deborah, for
Thank
being with
you.
us, for inviting us to be here,
Sure.
letting
It's
us
a
interrupt
pleasure.
your day. And
My pleasure.
well,
We
then-
really appreciate it. Thanks for all you've done for us.
Okay, well, thank you very much. Again, thank you for being with us here today, ladies and gentlemen. Come down and see Missoula Aging Services. Continue to watch Senior Connections for the latest news and updated information about senior issues and concerns. My name again is Mike McCracken. It's been my pleasure to be your host. Thank you for watching.